Hello,
Hi, I'm Erin.
I'm Holly. Welcome.
This is Blunt and Blessed,
Blunt and blessed. Thank you.
episode 6, I believe.
I'm not sure.
Yes, I believe
I
this
think
is
it's
episode
6.
6.
Yeah.
Yes. How was your week?
It's been okay. We had some sick people and had to make up some things at work. Like someone was out unexpectedly, so we had to like shuffle things around and things like that, but it's been okay. Yeah. How's yours?
Yeah, crazy like usual. But yeah, sickness. Here in my own house, actually, even. It's great.
Currently.
It's great currently.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, otherwise, just the same old craziness that always is.
Yeah.
So, how
Mhm.
about your mom win this week?
Jude, I went down to his room yesterday and went out of my way to ask him how his day is and how his week's been. And yeah, it went really well. And I found out some things that I wouldn't have found out if I wouldn't have gone and asked him. So yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. And I watched him play Minecraft, and he told me about all this stuff, and he gets really into it when
Did
you
you
ask him about stuff he likes.
did you pretend like you knew what he was talking about?
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, awesome. And I was like, why does that guy not attack you? Like, you can just walk by the guy as long as you don't make eye contact. He doesn't get mad. And he's like, yeah. But if you make eye contact, he freaks out. I was like, oh, he's like, watch. If you stand in water, he won't come in water. And I was like, what the heck, this guy? I don't know. He was in like survival mode or creative mode or whatever, where he was like building a house. But then there's like, I don't know. I don't know. I was like, well, your food's low. How do you get food? And then he's like, just like in real life, like you go and like kill one of the animals and then you like get food.
Hmm.
And he's like, if you cook the food, it lasts longer. Or one meal gets you more like points or like more food like in your system. But if you eat raw food, you have to eat more of it because you don't get as much per meal.
Oh,
He's like, again, like real life. He's like,
interesting.
huh, yeah.
Hmm.
And then your health goes up because you ate. So then like you're healthier. So then that's how your health goes up.
Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. He was telling me all about Minecraft.
I did learn from someone who Cami actually sent me a message and said that NPC also means non-playable character. So like the characters that are just in the background that don't do anything, like they're not part of the game.
Huh.
That's what NPC. So that could be why it's boring because they don't play, they don't do anything.
Ah, so like in those basketball games on like Super Nintendo when you were playing basketball or like other things, like the people in the bleachers.
Yeah, yeah, non-playable characters. So thanks, Cami. See, we learned something
Oh my
from
gosh,
our
look at
from our
us.
slang episode.
Yeah.
See, we just
Hmm.
said what the internet told us. I mean,
We did. There was
n-
something else that I found out, remember? Oh no, we just made our own on our drive.
yeah,
Wet texting.
yeah,
That was one.
that was just
No,
our.
dry mouth.
What was right?
Remember, because we were talking about like
Yeah,
she was saying something about like sorry,
we're
a
gonna.
kid came home.
Yeah.
She was saying something about how when you like on red and
Oh
then
yeah,
like so like if you don't talk verbally and respond to somebody that then like then Emily says dry mouth.
yeah,
And I was like that I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
Oh, left unheard.
Oh yeah, she said left unheard. Yeah, and then we were saying it should be called something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Something cooler.
we're learning things just on the fly. Who knew?
On the fly.
So my mom win this week is that I'd say I started reading this book, but I started listening to this because let's be honest, I don't have time to actually read.
Oh, same. I listen to books, but I
So
still have to buy them.
so
Yep,
I
I'm like
have the
you.
book, but I'm listening to it on Audible. And it's awesome. It's Be Your Own Bestie
I love it.
by Misha Brown. He's awesome and it's about like taking care of yourself. Like and making sure that you're important to yourself as well. So anyway, I think all of us moms could use that book because
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to get it on Audible.
Yes, because we take care of everybody else and we don't always remember that we also need to be
Yeah, yeah,
taken care of.
for sure. I listen to murder and watch murder, and
Well, I do that as well.
I need to get away from that for a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is the one that recorded it, so you get to listen to his voice, so it's not boring.
Yeah.
So that makes it even better because then I like picture him like talking to me,
For sure.
like giving me a pep talk.
Yep. I just
So
listened to Thanks, I'd Rather Play Alone or something like that. And it's Tom Segura's book, and he talks about like his whole life, but it's basically like how he at the beginning it's all these people talking to him. He's like, "No, thank you. I'd rather play by myself." But it actually came from like one of his kids saying that like to him and stuff. Anyways, it's him reading it too, and I love it because it's him, and it's just like, "Oh yeah, you're funny." And you knew exactly how you wanted this read, when it's not someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's not some random person just reading it that has no idea what the inflection that you were trying to put into it. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's my mom one
That's
because
cool.
that's something for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Good.
So, this episode is going to be about being overstimulated and over it. So, raising teenagers without losing our minds.
Yep.
Or maybe losing our minds on the way.
Or, yeah, sometimes actually losing your mind. Whatever.
Because it does happen.
It's fine. Yeah. Yep. Yep. What do you have going on here in your home with that?
So, one of the things is like, I don't know about your teenagers, but slamming doors here is not received well at the Weinkauf house. You could ask Isabella how slamming your door works because she hasn't had a door for about a year. So,
more like 3 years.
I don't think it's Natalie's exaggerating. I
Yeah,
don't think
Natalie
it's 3
says
years.
3. It is not
But
3 because I remember
it's
when
been a while.
I remember when Bella was slamming her door.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. So.
And then it came off.
Yeah, you slam your door, then your door gets removed.
Yeah.
So.
We're close with that with Rigby. I think she's got it because I'm like, I don't even care what you're trying to do. Stop. She would even like shut her door and then she'd open it and she'd be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to slam it. That I'm not mad. I'm like, okay. But like, yeah, we're close to just not having a door on it.
I don't remember slamming my door as a teenager, but I'm
don't.
sure maybe I did, but I don't
I'm sure
remember
my mom will
doing
make
that.
comments on this video also because I think I probably did.
Yeah, Tammy.
I did all the things. I
did
yelled
Holly slam her door.
I yelled my dad's whole name down the vent because my room was above the living room and I knew he was downstairs. I literally yelled, Christopher Allen Peterson. Like he was in trouble. I literally did.
Oh my gosh,
that's funny. I just remember like hands like this over the vent in the floor and just yelling it as loud as I could. Why I used his full name? Not sure. Maybe I thought I'd get his attention.
Has he been watching the podcast?
Probably not. I'll make sure I
Chris.
mentioned him though.
Chris, we're disappointed you're not watching the podcast.
Yeah, and also why teenagers sigh or act like they're paying bills at your house. Or I said to Aaron, why Jude takes showers like he pays for the water. Takes the bath, sits in the bath, which is disgusting. I hate baths because you're just soaking in your filth and it just grosses me out. But he sits in the bathtub. And then even after knowing that our tub is maybe leaking downstairs in his bathroom, still, I'm like, bro, we're not taking baths right now. Well, you're never going to fix it because nobody else in this house even takes baths. And so it's never going to get fixed. And I'm like, we live here. This is our home. We're going to fix the thing that's not like working properly. I was like, we're not someone else, in your life. It's going to get fixed. And so then, but he'll sit in it and then it'll go. All of a sudden you hear the water turn on. And then he has to like warm it up because he's sat in it for so long.
It's gotten cold.
Yep. Gross. And just all of it grosses me out. And then, but yeah, he's not paying for that. And then he also takes a shower. So he'll take a bath after wrestling, let's say, in the evening, which he had already showered after practice because it's mandatory because, germs and gross wrestling.
Yep.
So he took a shower after wrestling, came home and took a bath for who knows how long until we go, bro, get out of the bathtub. And then he'll take a shower in the morning for however long until I'm yelling downstairs, bro, we are leaving in 20 minutes. Get it together. Rigby will go downstairs, bang on his door. I'm sorry, but mom sent me down here. Because he gets so mad at her. And she's like, mom said. But yeah.
Does that work?
He doesn't pay the bills.
She says, mom said?
Probably not. No, I think he still gets mad.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
It's the sigh with the eye roll for me.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't work for me. I'm gonna need you to go out and come back in and fix your face.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, Rigby does that really well. I'm like, excuse me. She goes, I didn't just roll my eyes. What? How did you not? Every time I'm like, huh? How did you not feel that? You literally, you were looking in the back of your skull. I saw white of your eyes. What do you mean you didn't feel? How did you not feel your eyes like roll hard?
That's Natalie. You can only see the whites of her eyes because she rolls
Gosh.
her eyes back so far. Like, I'm not about that.
No.
Mm-mm.
I should
No.
put him in timeout. I used to put him in timeout for however many years they were old. That's how many minutes I sat in timeout. So when they were like 3, they sat in the timeout for 3 minutes. It was like the end of the world. Yeah, bro, you're about to sit in timeout for 15 minutes. I will set a timer. I'll get that timeout stool back out. It's in the garage.
You're gonna
The
sit,
painted chair.
You're gonna
that's
sit
like
on
pink.
that tiny stool
Yeah,
for
it's a
15
nice
minutes.
chair. It has a back. It's an actual chair that's painted. It's blue, pink, yellow. We'll pull that
Do you
bitch
put it in the
out.
corner?
I'll put it wherever I want them.
Oh,
You're gonna
okay.
sit right here, right next to Opal and her kennel. You two can both be in timeout.
the dog's
She'd
in
probably
timeout.
follow him in there.
So
she'd
are
lay.
you.
She'd lay. She just goes into her kennel randomly. So if you went and sat next to her kennel, guarantee she would go in there and like sit with you. Oh, we're sitting in here.
Oh, we're gonna be buddies.
Yeah.
We're just gonna sit
At
here
least
and just be.
they'd have somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love it.
But to be fair, I'm not surprised that the kids react like they do with. They're overstimulated all the time. Like, I think
Yeah.
we were overstimulated, but like now I think about them and they have, especially if they have a phone, right? There are text message, Snapchats going off constantly.
And then they, like we in our last episode, they think they have to respond
Yes.
to everything. So then you have all of. I couldn't imagine.
Uh-huh.
That's like dating apps. How they feel about their life, this just came to me, is how in your 30s you feel about dating apps. Literally, I
I don't-
downloaded a dating app when I've been single before. I've had apps, whatever, and I literally get so overwhelmed. I'm like, I'm deleting this. I can't do it. I feel like I need to respond to stuff. Nope. That's
Mhm.
probably how they legit feel, like all the time.
I'm glad I never had to do that.
No.
And just so you all know, if something happens to Justin, I'm just going to be a
Oh,
single old lady because
Bro,
I'm not
yeah.
doing that.
I'm not either. At this point,
I don't
nope.
think you can trust people anymore.
No. I will end up a skin suit in someone's trunk. Absolutely not.
We watch
I
too
will
much.
not do that
We watch
again.
too
Yeah.
much murder
Yeah.
to be on a dating app or be meeting some random guy on a blind
Absolutely
date.
not.
Not doing it.
And like people just do it so, I don't know, so willingly, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the person. I thought, I mean, come on. We were sitting at your table and I was like, it's dark outside. People can see in, we can't see out. There's probably a serial killer on the gravel road.
Could be.
We didn't know. Maybe
Could
they
be.
were out there.
Because you can't see.
Exactly.
You don't know.
Mm.
And
Nope.
even in a small town, it still happens.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When's the last time you were overstimulated?
Today.
Yeah. Like, this is a dumb question.
Every day.
Yeah, me too. I get overstimulated at work right now because where my desk is, like what I've been talking about. Yeah, I get very overstimulated very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or if I'm not overstimulated at work and I maybe don't realize it, I'll go home and then the TV's on and then Tommy's on his phone and then the kids are talking and then I'm trying to do some and I'm like, nope, I just need to go into a room that is quiet right now and be alone for a hot second. I drive home often in silence. Like I will turn off my radio after work and just be like, we're driving in silence because I can't have stuff in my ears.
Then do you sit in the driveway in your car?
In the garage, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
For a hot minute and
That's
just
my
go,
time.
all right, well, we're about to go inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what's going to happen. We're just
Yeah.
going to sit here for a second.
Sometimes Justin will be like, what are you doing out there? Are you coming in?
Yeah, you coming in? You've been out there for a while. Yeah.
Eventually I will.
In a minute.
But not right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this says, I don't hate motherhood. I hate being overstimulated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Like I said something about my kids the other day to a coworker because I was like flustered, and she's pregnant, and I was like complaining about. I was like, yeah, have kids. They said it'll be awesome. Good luck to you. To a lady, to a girl who literally has
no.
a 4-month-old kid at home, and then a girl who's pregnant, and I have 3, and I'm just like blah 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 blah. So then
Wow.
the next day, I like felt really bad. I was like, I don't know if she feels. So, anyways, I asked her to come to my desk, and I was like, hey, I was just really frustrated about my kids yesterday, and I made a comment about parenting, and I was like, it was just, I hope you didn't take it personally. I was like, I was just upset. I didn't mean to like hurt your feelings or anything. Like, if it bothered you, I didn't mean that. She's like, no, I get it. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, thanks. She's like, you have 3, and I go, yeah. And she's like, and they're grown. And I was like, yep, yep, they're older. It's just
Mhm.
completely different stage of parenting for me right now that I just hopped into. Don't love it. And you got to hear that yesterday. I was like, sorry.
The cuteness has worn off.
Yeah, yeah. The cuteness is long gone.
The back talking is no longer cute.
No.
It's not funny.
No.
And it's not cute.
It's funny when they're younger and they say
Yeah.
shit or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
Yes.
it's not now. Layla says often, Rigby, I really miss when you were younger. I'm like, I'm not really no. I feel like that's the nice way of her being like, could you not be how you are right now?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
It's her passive aggressive way of
Yes.
being like, I don't really care for the person you are right this moment.
Yeah. Could you be 4 again? That'd be
Mhm.
great. Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
She's like, I don't really want to deal with you right now.
Mm-mm.
That's yeah, that's totally. So, I mean, we've talked a little bit. So, like overstimulation. So, I mean, I think there's all the things. There's the noise overload, which you were talking about, like coming home and
Yep.
everything being on and all the people talking. Emotional tension. I don't think this goes for just in your house. Like there's emotional tension at work sometimes too, and then it's like,
Yep.
like I can't take this, and then everything compounds. But that
Yeah.
definitely is at home too. When someone is, you definitely can feel it when someone. Yeah, usually Bella's pointing at herself. She's calling herself out.
Yeah.
She's the emotional one. So usually,
Yes.
if her emotions are high, everyone is
Everyone's like,
overstimulated. Yeah,
ah.
everyone's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with
I
this.
don't know how to do this right now.
Teen mood swings. It's a real thing.
Ugh. See, okay. I have one girl with a period at my house. You have 2.
And they're
At
on
the
the
same
almost on
time.
the same time. Yes, one starts and the other one
Okay.
starts about halfway through the other one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like that's okay. At least you're not doing like one for a week and then there's like 2 weeks without it and then you got another one and then you got a week and then there's like the next then that first one's getting them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, I don't care
at
for
least
it.
you're not having like lots of periods in a month. It just gets over with.
I don't know, because then they're both
Yeah.
at each other. There's a lot more fighting if they're both hormonal at the same time. There's just a lot more.
Okay,
At least
but
I
then
feel
it's
like
like
if
one shot though, right?
I don't know.
No, they're all
I don't
at
know.
the
I
time.
don't care
They're
for
also
it
close.
anyway.
They're also closer in age, so
Yeah,
like it's different.
it compounds.
All
and
of
it's
it.
just, yeah, I don't know.
Jude has mood swings too. God, people don't talk about that very often
Oh,
either.
boys mood swings. Oh, yeah.
It's insanity.
But then they deal with it differently too, right?
They do, but it's almost scarier
Yeah, I would agree
because
because
it's more internal, and you're like, what are you gonna do with yourself? Like, where's your brain even at? Especially with him, just like having the parents that he has, it's scary. It's really scary.
Yeah.
And things he has said before, it's scary. And I'm like, oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not awesome. But people don't talk about that, I feel like.
No.
Because it's more of like, yeah, like periods and like whatever with like girls, but like boys too. Like it's weird. And his was, I think, because boys, I feel like go through different types of things. Like they have their like an initial growth spurt that like I think is just very aggressive. At least it was for Jude, and like very hard to deal with. Everything changing at one time, you know? And that was for him like 4th or 5th grade, like around there. And it
Mhm.
was earlier than everyone else. So I think he felt weird because it was earlier than everyone. And then now it's kind of like been fine, but it'll happen again like in the middle of high school, you know? Like
Yeah.
it happens again when they're like 17 ish, and then like again when they're like 22 or something, 22 or 24. It happens again with boys. Like 3 different like
Interesting.
yeah, it's weird.
Huh. But I'm sure we don't talk about it because boys don't talk about it, right? Like
Right.
girls are very vocal when they're right. Like
Yeah.
that's why I think girls get talked about more because
Yeah.
they make sure everyone knows.
Oh,
Like, right?
100%.
Everyone needs to know that I'm. Yeah. So I think that's probably.
I just saw recently that there's like I think it's Sweden, some country I read. Don't quote me, people. That they just did a bill where every girl gets 5 paid days off a month for like PMS and like yeah, like menstrual things, like whether it's like cramps from your period or it's like pre stuff. Anyways, you get five paid days off a month.
Interesting.
Yep, just read it. I literally showed Tommy. He was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Dude, it's a real thing though." Like,
Yeah. Well, and some people are super bad. So I
yeah,
mean that's
right.
crazy.
Mhm.
Constant decision making is the other like
Like I have a headache currently
oh
because of just
your
my
hormones.
day. Like I'm
Oh,
just
just
sitting
your.
here, and then now I'm like, then it's like,
You know, well, you can't shut your mind off.
nope.
But
But decision making,
overstimulation
yeah,
by your constant decision making, like we're always making decisions, and our kids are too to a point. But like right,
right.
like we're making decisions for us, for our family, for our kids,
For e- for
if you're
each of them individually,
right.
yeah, like and collectively, and
hmm
then
And then if you're
your
responsible,
animals and like just
right?
everything,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
animals. If you're responsible, like I'm responsible for several of the older people in my family,
right,
so
yeah.
then you think about all of that and don't, like
And then like your
those are the
job,
things, right?
like
You don't. It's just constant. Like
yeah,
it's never ending.
no,
So that's a way School and sports emails are also overstimulating. I've thought about deactivating my school app because the notifications from the school app
oh
are ridiculous. Sioux Valley, get better.
no,
Okay.
Brookings is the same. Every single
Everything.
yep assignment, the grade gets put in, and you get a message like, "Can I just have?" It gets to the point. I guarantee we're not the only parents.
Oh no.
You ignore everything, so then the one time, the important, I don't know, like today, some parents will think it's important. The driver's ed notification that came out, they ignored it
Yeah,
because
because
they got 17 updates for their kids' assignments today, and then the last one was, "Oh, here's an important thing, a newsletter, blah blah blah. We
yeah,
want you to know about this." Well, no one knows about it. Well, we sent it out. Yeah, but you also sent every grade in the grade book for every class.
I know it's
Also,
ridiculous. Like why?
uh-huh,
Why?
every.
I don't need a notification for
And know what I
every
love?
single
Sunday
time.
night teachers grading stuff, and then they put it in their portal, and then you get dings at like 7 or 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Yep,
Oh yeah, we've had some
midnight.
really
Yeah,
late.
10 o'clock. It's
Like,
really cool. I love that.
dude, I
Yep.
don't if you have insomnia and you want to enter grades, how about write that down and enter it on Monday morning?
Yeah.
Don't be staying up all night entering that
You could
crap.
put the
I don't want
person's
to.
initials with the grade next to it, and then just
Yes.
input it in the morning.
My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hate it.
I no, I'm
Hmm.
not. No, that's just not it.
Do you carpool? I think that's a young kid thing.
So we used to carpool, and it actually wasn't bad. So we carpooled with one other family when the girls were at the Christian school
Yeah.
because we both lived out of town. So we would meet like on the bypass and then
Oh,
we would
I remember
carpool
that.
it that
Yeah.
way. And that was fine. I would say that's probably the most positive carpool experience you probably could have because we both didn't have
There's
kids that
someone in my
were
life.
little
They'll maybe
assholes.
yeah they'll maybe know who this is, but I'm not gonna say. They carpool. They don't love it.
Huh.
Yep. Because when you have people who are late, and you still
Oh,
have a small human at home that needs to go to school or wherever, and you're like, I
yeah.
feel like it causes an anxiety or an overstimulation or whatever, but like definitely like an anxiety of like I could have just taken my kid to school.
hmm
Like, thank you, but no thank you. Like this, I don't want to feel this. Like I'd rather not feel this than I could just take my kid. Like
hmm
it's fine. Like thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they're at that point. But yeah. I feel like as I mean our kids drive.
Yeah.
I mean Jude's almost going to be driving alone here soon, but he'll be taking Rigby to school like next year. and then going to the high school, or whatever. And so we don't have to deal with that anymore.
Well, it's not great when you have one child who's perpetually late and the other one wants to be early. That's the only negative to your kids being able to drive
Oh,
when they're opposite personalities. And the one
driving.
who is always late is the one that's driving.
Yep.
Natalie.
Yeah, that's like our house. The one that's driving is always, that will be our house. That's Jude. Jude's always like pushing it, and Rigby's sitting at the island going, I had a piece of toast. I've been on my phone. I'm literally maybe put some mascara on. I'm still just sitting here waiting.
Yeah. It
Yep.
costs,
Rigby will go, is the car unlocked? I can go just wait.
it
I'm
causes
like,
a
"Dude."
lot of frustration. That actually causes fights in the morning, which is not helpful. But that's a whole nother. I could probably do a whole episode on that
podcast.
because my
But
goodness.
what makes me happy to know is that carpooling is still a thing though, because I feel like because of how the less and less like human interaction that people are having, it's nice to know that there are still like people who are like, hey, let's carpool to either like gymnastics or let's
Yeah.
carpool to school or like whatever it is. Like, I think it's cool that it's still happening
Yeah, a lot of
and
people
it's not
from
so
Volga
secluded.
do, like, especially like for cheer, because that's in Brookings. So they carpool,
Oh,
right?
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Or even like in the summer when Bella they do their,
Like
like
camps and stuff.
well, and they do their practices in the summer at the gym in Brookings because they don't
Oh,
do it at the school. So,
right, because they're not supposed to be
right. So then it's
practicing or
like
whatever.
yeah, so then they go over there, but then they
That's
ride
nice.
together and stuff. So that is actually nice. So
Yeah.
you're not making multiple trips when you don't have to.
Right. Yeah.
And then friend drama with these kids, that is probably overstimulating more than, I don't know. I mean, Natalie just has people who are not kind. It's not necessarily friends. It's just like
Rigby's
people in general that are not kind.
Rigby's friends are not kind.
Yes.
And then we talk about them, and then I'm like, I thought we didn't like them. I was team like not liking that person, and now you're talking about them. Why are you going to go to a sleepover with that person?
I don't
It's not going to be
understand it.
successful. Well, it's fine. I don't think it's fine. I think you're just saying yes because you want to go to the sleepover. It's really okay to just admit, like, whatever, I'm not cool with this person being there, but I'm just going to go. Versus you really sound like you might like them again, and I don't really know what this is all about. Yeah, I
But
don't
think
love
that's
it.
part
And
of them trying to figure out
Yes.
people,
Yes.
which is overstimulating in itself, right? Like trying to
There's this one
decipher.
girl specifically that's like Rigby's close friend and is now like likes other people and then like leaves her out and then doesn't like I don't know. It's very manipulative
Yeah.
of this other girl, and
Interesting.
like Rigby's really trying to like have boundaries but also still like be able to be friends but have some boundaries,
Yeah.
because she's like, I don't, it's not that she doesn't like her, it's just she doesn't like some of the things she does, and she doesn't stick up for Rigby, and Rigby stuck up for her before. Like Rigby's gone to bat like against other people for her, and then when it was flipped, she didn't have Rigby's back at all. And so like she's just like, okay, I was way more of a friend than you were a friend. I thought we were equal, but I'm finding out that we're not. So like she's trying to like backpedal, but like this girl also is like, why are you backpedaling? Why are we not friends? And then so she doesn't know how, I don't know. Just navigating. It's hard.
Right. And then you don't know, like, because then other friends then choose sides. So then you don't know who's friends with who
Mm-hmm.
or who's safe to talk to.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
so then your mind is constantly going because you don't know.
Right.
You don't know who's safe, who's not safe,
Yep.
who you should be interacting with, who you shouldn't be interacting with, which is all part of growing up.
Right.
But I do feel like, not that we didn't have this, but I feel like these kids have it so much more than we ever did.
Yep.
I think part of that is social media and
100%.
phones
Yep.
has made it easier to be mean to each other or to say things or
Because you can't turn it off. Like we
Right.
could leave the school. If someone was mean to us at school, at least we knew, like, I just need to get to the end of the day.
right.
And then I don't have to see them.
Mhm.
And they're not gonna call your house phone. Like that's
No, because your
ballsy.
mom's gonna answer
Yeah.
and she's gonna be like, "I heard about what happened today."
Yeah, exactly. So you're not gonna risk that. So at least there was like a glimpse of hope for kids that were maybe being bullied at school or whatever.
Mhm.
Like now it doesn't turn off. Like they
Right.
leave school and then like they can find you on social media and they can blow your phone up and they can do whatever and then you
Mhm.
can block them, but then it's still like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because then they just create another account and do it
Yeah,
again.
exactly, because they don't care about however many hundreds of accounts they have and this is my
Mhm.
spam account. Like what? What? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird and it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. Because it's overstimulating for us to think about, so I can't imagine how
Oh,
like their
being in it,
little
yeah.
brains are like trying to
And then yeah.
compound
And
everything.
then like we just said, like with Rigby, you're like trying to find your identity and then you have all of these things going on around you.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I'm like an anxious person anyways. Like I couldn't imagine being 11 years old and like having that on top of what we already had that we thought was terrible. Somebody writing a mean letter to you, note and passing it to you in
No.
class.
Now they don't pass notes anymore, though, I don't think.
No.
Because then you could walk that stuff up to the teacher. Only we didn't do that back in the day because
No. We
you
just
didn't narc on
Oh
somebody
my
like
gosh,
that. But
dude. I'm the many years old and I just realized I could have taken a letter that somebody passed to me in class to my teacher. Never even never even occurred to me. Never.
no,
Never one time until you just said
because
that
you
out
weren't going to
loud.
do that. Because you
No.
didn't want to be known as that person.
Yeah, never even crossed my mind. That's funny.
Yeah. Nope. Mm-mm.
How are teenagers different than toddlers? How teens trigger us differently than toddlers did?
Well, we talked about that, right? Like, it was cute when your toddler said shit or something like that. Like, you were like, ah, like, don't say that. That's not nice. And now when your teenager says it to you, you're like, no,
No,
we're not talking like that. Like, what? No, we're
my
not.
kids have always known those are adult words.
Yeah,
Are
we
you an
don't.
adult? And the Rigby would go, no. Yeah, you're not an adult, so you don't get to say that.
Right. Or when your toddler would talk back to you.
It's kind of
Right.
funny, yeah,
And
because you're like,
it's cute
whatever.
because it's like this tiny little person.
You're like, whatever,
and they're
dude.
talking back to you, and you're like, no, that was funny, but
That's not
we
how this
can't say
works.
that.
Yeah,
And now you're just like, I just want to smack you into next week,
yeah.
which is totally something that came like from our parents, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
but I now see why they said that.
Oh, 100%.
Because sometimes I'm like, your mouth.
Where did your mouth come from? Did you just see that thing I posted recently? It says, oh, you don't like my sass? Check with the manufacturer. I'm like, whoa, none of my kids said that to me. But dang, that is a slap in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are
No,
times where I
my
really
kids
think,
aren't brave enough to say that.
see,
I
I
don't think.
really think about it often. I don't know. I think it's just specifically with Layla because, like, her dad is the way that he is, and I am the way I am. And she, like, I don't know how we can expect her to be any certain way because, like, she is us. Like, half of me and half of him. Like, and I think about that with myself too. I'm like, my dad will say something, or like, I'll be however. And I'm like, I am half of my mom and my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Two completely different human beings in one person. My dad says he's a honey badger and he just doesn't give a shit. And then my mom can be very passive aggressive, which I also can channel. I can channel either side like very well.
Uh-huh.
And it's just cozy in one human being.
Mm-hmm.
Just lives great in one person.
Yep.
But I feel like I was triggered more by noises and chaos, like the chaos as a toddler. And now it's more like feelings and emotional regulation that's overstimulating
Mhm.
versus like the toddlers with like chaos
Right.
and noise. Like when I went to softball for Tommy's nieces, I literally sat there and I was like, this is why. I thought I was losing my mind. When my kids, I was like, oh, that one's doing a cartwheel. That one's acting like her bat is a tail. That one is doing whatever. And I was just like sitting back and I was like, no wonder none of these parents know what is happening in their life because this is what they're dealing with. Like, holy cow.
Mhm.
When you're raising toddlers, you literally are like, you think you know what you're doing? You
Yeah, you don't.
You're just
No.
not sleeping, flying by the seat of your pants, and just really hoping
Yeah.
everybody stays alive. Does
Mhm.
everyone in this car have their seatbelt on? That's a win.
Yeah.
If we go into a function and someone's not crying, there's not goldfish spilled somewhere, somebody stole somebody's snack or something,
Yeah.
I don't know, something.
Yeah.
I literally sat there, I was like, oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Everyone's like that. You
But
weren't the
now
only
it's
one.
it's different. It's emotional. It's different. And I
Yeah.
don't know which one
Oh,
I like
yeah.
more.
I dislike them both. How about that?
Yeah.
That's definitely. Mhm.
Mhm. Yep.
Well, I think we've
We did this. Everything feels personal, definitely.
it is cute when they're little, and then when they do it as a
Layla,
teenager.
I Layla never called me Holly when she was little, but she calls me Holly now.
And you don't like it, do you?
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Or she'll say, "Hi, my mom." That's what her new thing is that she says now. So
Oh.
Holly went away. Holly was like last year. I don't know.
It was a phase.
She literally wrote on a card that she gave me on Parents' Night last year that said Holly on the front. And she wrote Dad and Cassie on her other one. But she wrote Holly and Tommy on our card. She's like, I was like, why didn't you write Travis? She goes, no, he wouldn't like that. I was like, oh, I don't think you do it on mine. She goes, you don't care. That's fine. Yeah. Term of endearment, I guess. I
So
don't know
maybe
for
you
her.
should have cared.
Maybe I should have cared.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. This is the thing that we were talking about earlier. Sometimes they're not disrespectful, they're dysregulated. Disagree.
They're disrespectful.
Dysregulated is just another word for disrespectful in my book when you're talking about parenting. Because gentle parenting is what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Of, oh, you're just dysregulated.
You need to
Oh,
take
you have
you need
big
to take a
feelings.
minute. Feel your
No,
feelings.
no. Hey, asshole, you're being rude. Get it together.
Holly and I don't gentle parent.
No,
FYI.
clearly, in case you're wondering, that is a comment I say at my house often. Hey, or any of the other things Tommy says. You know, Tommy calls drivers dick noses or like whatever. I mean, I'll whip out whatever word comes to my brain to say, probably usually bro. Bro, we don't talk like that.
So, can I just the gentle parenting thing is also creating I mean, it does this thing in your house where your kids feel like they can walk all over you because you make an excuse for any time they are dysregulated. You make an excuse for why that is. And so then you never
Yes.
correct that behavior.
Right.
And so then once they leave your house, it's no longer just affecting your household. Now you've affected whatever place they go work in, and then they become that employee who complains about everything at work.
Everyone is always someone else. It's always someone else's fault because they grew
Yes.
up going, I am validated.
Yes.
My feelings are always validated because in that oh, you're just dysregulated and gentle parenting, they're getting validated every time. Even for bad behavior, you're getting
Right.
validated. No, I think there's a thing of yes, you again, my kids were always told at least like you're allowed to feel however you want, but you don't get to throw your Nerf gun at the ground.
Right.
One time I literally, Jude did that. He threw his Nerf gun and it didn't break. I took it and I threw it on the ground and it broke. And I was like, well, that's what happens. We don't do that. Like, you can feel it again, you can feel how you're feeling, but you don't
Right.
get to act however you want because you're feeling that way.
Right.
And I think that that's what gentle parenting is like putting an excuse to the behavior. It's like, no, let's recognize the feeling
Yes.
and then go, okay, but in real life, we don't get to hit your sister.
Right.
Somebody pisses you off in real life, you don't hit them. Like that's not. It's like it's not going. Oh, you have big feelings right now, and then we're not going to talk about the fact that we just like violently
Mm-hmm.
shoved someone or
Yeah.
did something else. Like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I have a lot of feelings about it.
Right. Like,
Because
yeah,
it's
you
also
want them
like
to feel their feelings because you don't. It's like this fine line between maybe what we grew up with, which was you don't talk about your feelings. I don't want to hear about your feelings. I
right.
don't really care,
Yeah, I
right,
don't
about your
care.
feelings because that's just the age that we grew up in and our parents grew up in, most certainly, and our grandparents.
Yeah.
And now it's like our age group has gone, well, I feel like I wasn't heard or seen. And so now my kid needs to be heard and seen.
And it's like, but not in a. And again, yeah, you can have a fine line between it.
Right.
Yeah, like, yes, your kid can get heard and seen, but not in negative ways, not in other ways. And also, at the end of the day, like Tommy says all the time with those, with like being a coach and stuff for like kids, like how he has seen parenting change,
Yes,
he can see in these kids. And
absolutely.
he's like, kids don't make eye contact. Kids
Mm-hmm.
don't. He literally has had to said, hey, and they'll like walk, and he's like, I need you to turn around and look me in my face
Mm-hmm.
when I'm talking to you. Like again, it's just a respect thing. Like
Yeah.
you're just gonna respect. I'm not mad. I'm just gonna tell you when someone talks to you, no matter who it is, you should look at them.
Yes.
Like, and it's just, it should be, yeah, like, we're not trying to hide your feelings, but we're also not trying to go the other direction. It's that fine line between the two generations that I think is just, it's gone from one way to another. And that's with
Oh,
everything in the world, like politics and everything in the world.
yes.
It's gone from one extreme to another where it's like, can we just find the middle of the road? The middle of the road seems all right with
Yeah,
mostly anything, I feel like.
I agree. Because it really is, and you do see it now in this generation that is now in the workforce, whether they be teenagers or whatever, they're the
Yeah.
person that is in HR every week to complain about something
Yeah.
because someone hurt their feelings or they don't like that Susan is wearing perfume or anything that
That's triggering me.
right, but that's what we're
That's
doing.
what that's it.
So
Yeah.
if you are gentle parenting your kids, you're going to have the kid that ends up being that person that's in HR complaining about everything
Or who doesn't
because
have a
that's what we're
job and
doing.
lives in your basement. Because at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
well,
let's be honest,
that's
that's where it's gonna head.
right because they're not going to be able to keep a job.
Yeah, because no one's gonna keep that around,
No,
and or they're just not gonna go get a job because they're extremely entitled, and they think that walking into a job, you automatically earn a certain pay grade, and you
right.
automatically like what? It's like no, you have to earn that.
Well, they've never had a boss.
You have right. They've never had somebody like a parent
Right.
be a boss and be like no, and and I'm not saying I'm the best parent in the world, but I do know that I have a great relationship with my kids,
Mm-hmm.
and my kids trust me. They come to me. They're honest with me. We talk about relationships, friends, hard things, whatever, bullying, all of that. And I don't think that if I parented either way, either direction, they would do that.
Right. I agree.
And so I think that there is something too, like, hey, your feelings are validated, but also at the same time, you're not going to talk to me like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like Rigby recently with being like, I don't, what'd she say? I asked her to do something and she's like, something about like, I don't think I'm going to do that. And I was like, no, you are. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Like, I come to you with a question, but realistically, you all know me. I'm really telling you
Mm-hmm.
in a gentle way. Like, hey, could you do this for me? That's really me saying, like, go do this. But I'm just not going to be that blunt.
Yes.
And she's like, something about, I don't know how she phrased it, but she was basically like, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. And I was like, well, okay. I said, this is how this is going to work then. I said, if you're not going to do that, then we're not having sleepovers anymore because I don't like them. They're way too overstimulating. I hate them. I
Mm-hmm.
hate other kids at our house. Like, I just don't love people, a lot of people. I was like, we're not going to have sleepovers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I really love that you do band, but I really hate band concerts. Really hate it. Again, super overstimulating. Don't love it. Don't like being in the confined areas. Very triggering for me. And so, like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to go. And then she's like, you have to. And I go, I don't. Just because you're my kid, I don't have to. And I go, do you see what I'm saying? I go, I sacrifice things that make me a little uncomfortable for you
Mm-hmm.
because, you like it or you enjoy it or whatever. And I'm supporting you. And I said, this house that you live in supports you. And I said, so if you're not going to do things that I'm asking you to do, I'm not going to do these things that I just told you. It's like, this is how this works. Okay. And I was like, so are we gonna do that? Yeah, I guess. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You can keep your sleepovers.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Like again, it's like reinforcing. We might be friendly. We might be a little,
But I'm still in charge.
pretty chill, but I'm still in charge. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how it is. You got to do it.
Well, it is. And you can be both. You can do both things. And then the thing is, by doing that, your children do trust you.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, my girls are the same way. Like, I know everything. Sometimes things that I don't, I mean, sometimes I'm like, whoa, that's information overload. I could have used
Yeah.
the Cliff Notes version of that, but I'm
Right.
glad that you wanted to tell me everything
Yep.
at 11 o'clock at night when I'm trying to go to sleep, and now you want to talk to me.
Right.
Bella.
Yeah.
She likes it.
That's Rigby.
We can be in the same space all night
They are the
long,
same
and then
person.
she won't talk until I'm ready to go to bed, and then she'll come in there and stand and talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And or Natalie does the same thing though, and then they're like, "Here, now I want to talk to you while you are trying to go to sleep,"
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. I'm glad you want to talk to me,
Yep.
and that's great. But can you talk to me earlier in
Can
the
you talk to me
evening?
at 7:30?
Yeah, when you were watching your YouTube show or whatever you were doing, like
Right.
that's what I was. That's when I wanted you to talk to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I agree. Yep. And Tommy has that too with like the kids on the hockey team. Again, because he shows them like, okay, that's not gonna. You're gonna go home, and then they're like, what? He's like, leave. You're being rude. You're not listening. You're being distracting, and you're doing everyone else a disservice. You're gonna leave, and
Yeah.
then just we'll try again tomorrow. Again, it's not a personal attack. It doesn't mean I hate you. It doesn't mean you're off the team. It doesn't mean everybody goes to like the worst case scenario, and it's just like no, you just today, just leave today, and we'll see you tomorrow. And hopefully you have a better attitude.
But see, now
But
that's
then they love him.
right. That's a way for him. That's like him helping them with their overstimulation, and they're just too much. He's like, he recognizes it and says, like, you can't handle this right now.
Mhm.
You need to like take a break.
Yeah.
Come back and try again tomorrow.
Mhm.
It's not him being rude. It's more about him recognizing the fact that this isn't working for you, and you're now affecting. I mean, essentially, you're affecting
the
other
whole team.
people.
Right.
Right? And he recognizes that, and I'm sure they don't feel like he's doing that, but he really is like,
Mhm.
dude, you're not in it today. You
Mhm.
need to like take a break and come back and see if you can do it tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
it's not being rude. It's you trying to help
He's
this
regulating.
child
Yep.
regulate
Mhm.
their dysregulation.
Yeah.
I mean, really is. I mean,
I should tell him next time at practice to be like, you seem dysregulated. I think you need a break. Which means I'm
I
gonna
want him
send
to
you home
use
right
that
now.
in such a way that he.
I'll tell him. He'll use it probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
That I mean I think that's yeah. I think you do you want to go into that one? That could be a whole
Mhm. I don't know. I guess just touching on like in this age of parenting teenagers, it is they're not withdrawal. So their withdrawal feels like rejection, their attitude feels like dishonor, and their independence feels like distance. That's what I feel in my house. Those three things, like when I was reading like this outline as I was putting it together, I was like, that's how I feel. And it's because like Jude's independence, he's starting to drive. Like I called Tommy crying in the driveway, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm fine." And I was like tearing up, and I was just like, I entered a new phase of parenting, and it's fine, and I welcome it, and it is whatever, and it just means my kids are growing, and my kids are like doing their flourishing, which I've wanted them to do, right? We raised them to do that. But he feels really bad because I was like, even when my kids are here, I don't feel like they're here.
yep.
And I was like, when my kids are gone and they're at Ryan's, like, I know they're gone and it's fine. But when they're here and I still feel alone, like when they're gone, I don't like that. And I was like, this is what I don't. And I was like, but I don't want them to feel bad because of my feelings of like a loss of whatever this is because they're going into a new phase. They have friends. They're out. Jude's going to the gym with his buddies. He's, in sports now that are like he gets home late and then he just goes to bed and it's the same thing all the time. And we have stuff on weekends and sports and things and it's just I don't know. It's weird and that's why I went out of my way yesterday to go downstairs and talk to Jude because I was like, dude, how's your week been? Like I haven't talked to you. Like, how's your week? How's your girlfriend? How's this? How's that? Can I watch you play your game like we used to do? Like just doing some of that stuff again because unless we're watching sports, he's not really upstairs. He's in his room hanging with his boys and playing his games. So it's weird.
Yeah. I don't necessarily have, we talked about this. I don't have that because my kids want to be in my space all the time. Sometimes to I just need a moment where you're not touching me or in my space, or which I know to most people is going to seem, I'm not complaining about that because I know 99% of the people out there with teenagers don't see them because they're in their room, don't speak to them. They don't want to speak to them. They get way more. I don't get even a fraction of the attitude probably that most people get
Right.
from their teenagers. And I am blessed by that. But I think in turn, then, because I'm used to that level of, right, like them wanting to be in my space and tell me the things and spend their time with me, that then when I do get attitude,
It hurts even more.
right. And then I internalize that and I feel like I've done right, it's my parenting now that
Yes.
has gone wrong because I'm
Same.
like, that was so I can't believe you said that to me or you
Right.
acted like that. And I'm like, crap, what did I obviously have done something where
Yeah.
in reality, it was probably nothing I did. They are just overstimulated and emotional and all the things, and it's coming out in that way.
Right.
But when you're not used to that,
Mm-hmm.
it comes off probably even more magnified
Right.
because of that.
Right.
So,
I feel that with Layla because Layla's like in a really good mood all the time and whatever.
yeah.
And then so then when she does have attitude and whatever, it's just like, geez. And Tommy has even said like she'll leave, and I'm like, what the heck, dude? Like
Hmm.
and he's like, don't even feel a certain way. Like she's feeling whatever. You didn't do anything. Like that was all her.
Yeah.
He's like, again, you have to remember she's a teenager. We have a little bit higher expectation of her, like because we see this thing all the time that like that's our expectation.
Right.
So when she like does have attitude like a normal teenager, it's like, oh, excuse me, and then it's like, what did I do? I'm the worst thing in the world.
Right.
Yeah, no, but it is that way. Like
Mhm.
she left one time, and I was like, how can she in like 2 sentences make me feel like the smallest mouse ever that just wants to cry? Like,
Mhm.
holy cow! I'm like, what? And I've said to her multiple times, I'm like, I didn't make you mad just because your dad didn't invite you to the movie with their family doesn't mean that you weren't invited to our house. I was like, I invited you here to make cookies. Like, get out. And then she's like, whatever, I'm leaving. I'm like, oh, yeah, like, and it's just like, what did I do? I'm the worst thing in the world. Tommy's like, don't even.
But I think like her and my girls, so their emotional intelligence is higher, right?
Yep.
Because they do function at a little bit higher level. But then in turn, I do think that they know, like they
What's
know,
gonna hurt?
right? They do know what's going to
Yeah.
hurt you
Yep.
because they're like,
Yep.
oh, I know my mom.
Mhm.
And so if I say this, like I know
I could say
that
this
it's
one thing
right.
and
Like,
it'll.
and maybe they don't do it intentionally, but they are just that
Oh, they're just that
they're that
aware.
right, they're that aware and it's like, okay, like I'm gonna say this because I know it's gonna hurt your feelings. And then it does feel like you're right,
Mhm.
it does feel like dishonor. It's definitely disrespectful. And then you internalize it and you're like, I'm the worst parent,
Yep.
I've done a terrible job, like
Yep.
my one job is to raise good humans and I haven't. And but then on the flip side, like our kids don't act like that out in public.
No,
Like
right.
I've never heard anything negative about my children from anyone. So
Yes.
I'm like, I'm glad that you say that for me. Like
I know, me too. I always try to have to look at that. But there's been multiple times I'll go to bed and I'm just like, Tommy's like, are you crying or like, are you sniffling? Because he doesn't know the difference. And I'm like, no, I'm crying. Like, yeah. And then he'll be like, why? I'm like, I don't know. All I've tried to do is, like you said, all I'm trying to do is raise good humans. That's all. That's literally my goal. It's not to
mhm,
have the greatest human in this or to this, whatever. Literally to just be a functioning member of society who is polite and who is kind and under like aware of their surroundings and what other people are going through and like just a good person. And he's like, yeah, I still am not understanding why we're crying. And I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing it. I don't feel like blah blah blah. And he's like, you have good human. Like he'll be like, didn't you just get a text the other day from like Jude's friend's parent that was like, your son's really kind. Like he's always welcome at our house.
mhm.
And I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, okay. Again, I'm not sure why we're crying. And I'm like, okay, yeah, thanks for reminding me. Like
Right.
but like that's all I want. If you're gonna be an asshole, I guess be an asshole to me and be that guy or those kids at other people's houses that the parents are like, your kid's always welcome at our house.
Right.
It's refreshing
Oh,
to have like
absolutely.
nice human beings.
Yeah, so I guess we're doing the job, but we're taking the brunt of the other side because they have to get it out somewhere, and I guess we're where they take it out because
Mhm.
they're overstimulated all day long.
Yes.
So, this practical tools for not snapping. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest, because I don't deal with it as often. I'm much easier to just
I go to 100.
lose my.
I know, me too.
shit.
I go instantly. I've told Tommy too. I'm like, I go, what's wrong with me? I go, maybe my anxiety meds aren't working. He goes, I think they're working just fine. And then I was like, maybe my progesterone levels aren't level anymore, and maybe I need to get them checked out. He goes, I think they're fine. And I'm like, I just snap. And he goes, yeah. And sometimes you just need to snap. And he goes, because again, it doesn't happen often, but they really listen when you do.
Yeah, they do.
Because Jude and Rigby, they know that when I was younger, I did used to yell often, and they have said like, as they were older, I stopped yelling as much. I was like, okay, because I'm not. You don't get the results, right? So I started to regulate more and be more patient and be more understanding and everything. And that was like for a long time. Now we are at a new stage of parenting. Like I said, I can go, and because Jude can pull things out of me because he's a boy too, I think from like,
Yeah.
past relationships and just weird shit that I'm just like, why do I feel like I'm in a relationship with you when you're my son? This is weird. But like he can make me go to 100 like so faster than anybody in my household.
Yeah.
100. Boom. And I'm just like, and he's like, why are we yelling? And I'm like, and I don't want to tell him he's right. So instantly, as I'm like kind of saying the same thing, I just start getting quieter. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? You're right. So this is what I'm trying to say. Is this fine? Because like this didn't need to happen. But then he still critiques, and I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah, I can't. I just go to 100 right away.
My girls are both, and maybe because I don't. So when I'm irritated, I will just naturally, the tone of my voice changes, and I'm not yelling, but I am speaking with a little bit louder, and they both will be like, you don't need to yell at me, and Justin will be like, she's not yelling, and I'm like, I'm not yelling, you're yelling, and I'm like, I'm going to yell, but I'm not yelling right now.
I'm really on the step before yelling.
I'm like, I'm trying to make sure that you're hearing me clearly. So the nice mom has left the building, and the mom who's serious and is no longer taking your shit has come here, wanting you to know that I'm
the yelling
done.
mom is about
right.
coming.
Like, and I'm like you. I probably did yell more before, and now it's like, yeah, like I'm definitely more stern. Right, and I think that's because we spend all of our time together, so they're used to like conversational mom.
Yep.
Right?
And then as soon as you're just like,
yep,
they're like, huh?
Like, why are you yelling?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I know. Rigby will be like, why are you mad? And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not mad. But the kids one time did say, I don't remember the conversation, but they said Tommy yelled at them. And like that really hurt his feelings. When I was like, I need to tell you that they said this. And he's like, he was like, it was probably a week, probably it affected him. Like he was like really upset by it. Because he's never yelled at them.
Oh.
Because he can be like 1999 Wendell. And that's a yell. Like that's scary. And that's why Tommy's like, I've never yelled. Like, you'd know if I yelled at you.
Mm-hmm.
You'd shit yourself, probably. And so he's like, I was like, but I think it's probably like when, for example, one time, Rigby was giving me attitude one time at the trailer. And Tommy was like, yo. He's like, I don't know what he said. He's like, chill out. I think that's what he said. And I literally was in the fridge putting something away. I was like, are you talking to me? Because I was like getting upset at Rigby because she wasn't listening. It's about like bringing groceries in or whatever. And he said it to her, but he was like stern. He was like, hey, he was like, chill out. Do what your mom said. And then I was like, oh. And so like it was just stern like you're talking about. And they're just like, he yelled at me. It's like far from it. He would if you think that's yelling, he'd scare the shit out of you. Literally.
Yeah.
Like they would both cry, I think.
Right. Well, and 100%. Part of that is probably his voice, but also he's just
He's a
he's
big
bigger in
man.
stature. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
He yells
He's
down the
very
stairs.
intimidating.
Yes, he yells down the stairs at Jude. He's like, "Bro, come on, your mom's leaving." Oh my god. And Jude's like, "There."
He's like, I don't want to hear Tommy yell at me.
But he's the one who would
Oh.
probably push it a little bit more with Tommy than I think Rigby would. Because he kind of has. He kind of is just like,
Well,
oh,
that's because
whatever.
the trust is
Tommy's
there.
like, yep.
It can be good and bad.
Yeah.
See, that's what we're talking about.
We'll see.
So
Do you do anything like, do you leave the room? Do you do anything like that?
I don't leave the room because they're not winning. I think me leaving
I
the room
know.
is them winning.
I've thought the same thing.
Like, you can
I'm
leave the
standing
room.
my ground. You want to shut the door? You go. You go right ahead. You leave your room because I'm in here and I'm not leaving.
I pay the bills here.
Yep.
It never happens in their room because I don't go upstairs. So
See that.
it's in my
I
living
go
space.
into Rigby's room and then she's just like, boom. And then what do you do? Do I leave? Does she leave? Do I make her leave her room? That'd be hilarious. That might make her stop having any attitude because I feel like it would catch her off guard. See, I feel like if I did something weird like that, she'd just like lose track of like where she was even pissed off. Maybe I'll try it.
I probably should walk away sometimes, but
Nah, again,
whatever.
it doesn't happen often. It's not like it's a daily occurrence. So the random things that happen
I know.
sometimes, again, I think we're both harder on ourselves because it doesn't happen often that we instantly feel terrible. Like I feel terrible. When I have to like get after my kids, I feel so bad. And then I'm like, but don't you apologize. Because this doesn't happen often. Let them be scared for a second. Like Tommy reminds me of that too. He's like, let them be mad at you. Who cares for a minute? Like, yeah, they're gonna be pissed off. Who cares?
But it's part of helping them, right? Like,
exactly.
you're trying to help them like realize like that was not okay.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fine balance.
It is. Like, hey.
And trust me, we're all doing it wrong. So,
yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
not one of us is doing it correctly.
No.
So.
And like there's been times though where I have gone back and I've been like, hey, so I hope you heard what I said. But like how I delivered that, it could have totally been better. I'll try that next time to like not fly off the handle. But did you actually hear what I was trying to say? Because if you didn't, I can tell you in a calmer one sentence probably what I was wanting to say. But like it was just this huge thing that didn't need to be. And so I've done that before. So I've made them know like, yes, what I said, I meant what I said. But it's usually that delivery and like all of that like it didn't need to happen the way that it happened. Right. And maybe caused a little bit more turmoil than it needed to, you know? Doesn't happen often, but whatever.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not married, but you are. And so, do you have any of the favorite parent sitch or somebody trying to team up with, or is it you two buddies? I feel like you and Bella versus Justin and Natalie sometimes maybe or something. Is that a thing?
Yes. So Justin and I know people are going to be like, yeah, right. We really don't fight. We never have.
No, I believe you because I have it now with Tommy. And I believe you.
I mean, we don't.
If you have something that you disagree on, you talk about it and it's whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the one place that we have the most disagreement, and we are better now than when they were younger, and even like we have two different parenting styles as far as like discipline goes because we grew up in two different kind of households. And so trying to, and I will fully admit, like he is, and he has always been much better about having my back and not disagreeing with me. And maybe it's just my personality, but I am much more confrontational if I don't agree with the way he's parenting about like, you're doing it wrong. Right?
Like, what are you doing?
Right. I mean, so like, I'll be like, usually it's like, once, like if he yells, I'm like,
oh,
don't yell at them. Or like, don't do that, you know, whatever. And it's like, and I know like, if I do the same thing, I don't, you know, it's just.
If he was like, don't yell at them, you'd be like, excuse me?
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, it's like.
Yeah.
So, but that's the one thing that we've had to work on because we did grow up in two different kinds of households. And so we had two different ideas of parenting. So that is the only place where we have had like, what I would call, they're not fights, disagreements.
Yeah. like, and I've stopped saying like fights or arguing because Tommy and I don't have that either. If there's like something, it'll be like he'll catch some tone from me, and then it'll be like he'll maybe make a sarcastic comment back to me, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I sounded like it's a little snotty. So then I wait, and then I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, hey, didn't mean to sound like that. Sorry that it came out. He's like, it's fine, I get it, and then
Yeah.
like that's it. It doesn't turn into something. We don't personally attack each other. It's not. It's not
Yeah.
anything like I'm used to. But like I also used to not believe people like you when you were like, we don't argue. It's like no, but like no, there's like
Yeah, we don't.
no, like you can have a conversation,
Yeah.
and like literally that's it, and like nobody holds grudges. It is what it is, and it's over. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have Ryan and I think the kids are gonna like use us against each other because we're in separate households.
Right. Much easier to do that.
100%. But I think how things have gone lately and stuff, and how we do communicate with each other and things like that. Like I think that it's less likely for Jude and Rigby. Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. So I think that that'll be good.
I do think in our house it's because Bella and I, personality wise, are similar, and
Right.
Justin and Natalie are similar personality wise.
Yeah.
So I do think that that's why that kind of gets separated like that. But
Yeah,
I'm
that's why I said that too, is
Yeah.
because you two are just similar, and yeah.
yeah. So that is totally. But I don't have a favorite child. I have a favorite older child and a favorite younger child. Just ask them. That's what I say. Or I say I don't really care for either one of you right now. I've also said that. Yes.
Or
Yeah, I do say that Mia is my favorite child a lot. Right,
That's
Mia?
funny.
Yeah, she's my favorite. They say Trey is my favorite child all the time.
That's funny. I don't have a favorite child. They used to tell Rigby she's my favorite smaller girl, but now she's the same size as Layla, so I don't really know how to do that anymore. And Jude's my favorite boy because I only have one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
Do
it
they have a
is-
favorite parent? Bella? Do you have a favorite parent? Good answer. She doesn't have one.
We know.
It probably is. Again, it's based on time.
Do you see her over
It's
there?
you.
She's pointing at me.
Yeah, but
So that's
also,
because I'm here.
but also, I think it's time, and it's convenience for a kid. It's totally convenience. It's totally who do I think? Who do I think is going to give me the yes? Is who the parent is I'm asking, and who like you know what I mean?
That's always me.
And
I'm the yes.
my
I'm
parents-
the yes parent.
Okay, me too. And that's why there's times where I feel like I need to be stern with my kids because I told Tommy the other day, I literally was like, I hated hearing no and like the because I said so thing. And like, I've always said, like, I'm going to say no and have a reason to say no. I don't have any reason. My kids get good grades. They do, like, I can't be like, nope, we're not doing that because you have 5 missing assignments. Like, sorry, blah, blah, blah. That's not a thing. And so now I'm like, they're so used to saying yes. I say yes all the time. And what the hell? And they still don't do what I ask sometimes. I'm like, I say yes all the time.
You're a pushover.
Why can't you just tell? Why can't you just tell me what you're doing? Because that's all I ask. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me where you're going.
Who you're gonna be with?
Who you're going to be with, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, most of the time I'll say yes. I've said no a couple times, but, like, that it's not often. Or it's like no because we have something else going on. Like, sorry, you can't do that tonight. Or have people over because we're going to be gone and your sibling has this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're about
We're about at our time.
we are. We've gone over our time actually.
But what's your best advice? What's your best advice for overstimulated toddler moms? The moms that we've already surpassed and they're like just doing now. You know, like the stages of parenting we've already passed. What's your advice for those for like overstimulation and
Well, first, I think part of the overstimulation with young moms, especially, is the trying to act like you have, right? Your house is always picked up, your kids always look perfect, they're always well behaved, they're always, right? Like we're trying to create something that is not even feasible,
right?
right? Because we're comparing ourselves to everyone's
Everyone
highlight reel
else.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
And just know that that's not a real thing. Everyone's house is not catalog perfect.
Yep.
Everyone's kids act like assholes sometimes.
Yep.
Chaos is a thing. And it's okay to say, I'm tired. I can't handle this. I mean, I think we've gotten to this point where it's just like we can't, as moms, say, it's too much for me, because then that's like admitting failure, which is ridiculous.
No, right.
Because in this current stage of parenting, in all stages of parenting,
All of
really,
them.
but
Yep.
especially when you have small people,
Yeah.
like you don't want to be the new mom who's like, I can't handle
I
this.
can't
This
do
is
this.
too much.
Yeah.
Right? Because
So
then
you
it's
say
like
yes,
you're
yes,
a
yes.
terrible parent. And that's not true. Like everyone is living that same thing. It's just that you're trying to, one, be someone that's not attainable.
I
It's just
think
not.
if you're the mom at like a thing and somebody asks you to do something, like bring snack to, okay, can you bring snack next week? It's okay for you to be like, no, I'm sorry. I don't think I can. I just have too much going on.
Right.
That is way, I don't know. I love that. And if I were other moms around and there was a mom like that when my kids were younger, I would have envied that and been like,
Right.
that. I want to be that lady. The lady who
Yes.
says, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. My therapist does that. She
Yeah.
goes, nope, we're not doing that. I don't. And that's where I've gotten in. That's the advice that I've taken with me as my kids have gotten older too. And I think it's maybe easier now that our kids are older to just be like, no, I can't, like, I can't do that. No,
Yeah.
no, I'm not doing the thing, you know?
That's I'm not a no person, but this year that was one of at the beginning of the year, that is one of the like, things I told Justin and the girls, that I'm going to be much more intentional about my time, and I am going to tell people no, because not everything serves you.
Yep.
And not everything, even if it even things that are positive aren't necessarily always good for you. Like
Yep.
if you're already tapped out, just because it's a good thing doesn't mean you have to say yes.
Right.
Just because it's something, like I didn't go to the prom committee meeting because Natalie's a junior, because I don't have the mental capacity to take on something else.
Right.
And I'm sure that some people are probably annoyed by that I haven't.
Sorry.
But I'm sorry, I don't
And
have
I'm not,
that.
and I'm also a person who's not going to go if I can't give you
Right.
my best self. So I chose for you, whether you think it was for you or not, but for you and for myself, that like I just can't add another thing and I'm not going to be my best creative self to help in this capacity. So like I'm just going to not do it.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
Absolutely.
it's totally great. That was me a couple years ago. I said, I am not going to have conversations. I am not going to talk about things. I'm not going to do anything, buy anything that doesn't bring me joy. And so that's kind of like the same thing that you're talking about. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to, you want to talk about this thing? I'm sorry. I'm going to go over here. You keep talking about
Yep.
whatever you want, but like that's not, that's just draining me or complaining or whatever. And
Yep.
like, I'm not going to do that because like this doesn't bring me joy. And after
Yep.
this conversation, I'm not in a better place. So I'm not going to have it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think too of like, I don't know what my advice would be to little humans, but or to parents with little humans, but yeah, like just don't be hard on yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah, your kids are going to be assholes. You're going to they're going to get in trouble. They're going to you're going to get a call from a teacher that your kid did something to someone else or said something or whatever. It's fine.
It's not the end of
It's
the
not
world.
on their resume.
No.
They're not trying to get a job at 7 years old. Like just chill out. Everybody's fine. Yeah, take a deep breath and chill out and be like,
Mhm.
I guess we gotta have a conversation when we get home, but find the silver lining. That's where I've been at, and that's what I've had to do often. Is like I'm the queen of it. I tell everybody at work too, and I tell my kids all the time. I was like, you have a crappy day, you tell me about it, and we'll find that silver lining in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, find something. Find a good about something in your terrible day.
I think that's a good segue into your Jesus take the wheel moment for the week.
Jesus, take the wheel. Didn't I say I had one? I did. Rigby calling me today, flustered because she forgot her permission slip for the gymnastics clinic at the middle school. It's at the middle school. It's in my locker. Well, that doesn't do anyone any good. I was like, what are you needing from me? Well, when are you leaving work? I was like, it's not 4. It's before 4. Well, I can't start this. And I go, well, I guess you can't start it. Guess you'll start it when I get there to sign the new permission slip with a permanent marker that
Gotta
she
be
had.
responsible.
Yeah, I was like, remember your shit. I don't know. So, I of course left and drove over there and signed the new slip.
You're such a good mom.
Mm.
My Jesus take the wheel, Isabella has the influenza B this week. Supposed to have a dance competition this weekend, but they did back out of the dance competition because the gal that owns the gal that owns our dance studio is like, most people have been sick for like 4 to 5 days, and so they're gonna try to find one in March, which I'm actually thankful for that because now I don't have to worry about her trying to push herself when she also has like solo ensemble next week and being just run down by trying to do all the things while you don't feel well.
Mm-hmm.
But that really is my
But there's that silver lining in there, so that's okay.
yes, but
Yep.
yeah, that's my Jesus take the wheel and just praying that not everyone else gets sick. But I wonder if I'm like getting like because after they said that, now I'm like, is my throat scratchy? Am I am I getting sick? So
Do
it's like
I have this?
I know. I don't. It's just mental. I hope.
Yeah. Just
Anyway.
keep telling yourself it's mental.
So that's it.
Also, we didn't pick out a verse. You want me to grab your Bible?
Oh yeah, we didn't pick out a verse, did we?
No. Guess what we're gonna do?
What? We're just gonna open it.
Yep.
Ollie's just gonna open
I'm
it.
opening it, and we're probably just gonna read the.
We're going to while Holly's doing that, I'm going to remind you that if you haven't liked and subscribed here on YouTube or Spotify or Apple, wherever you are listening or watching, please like and subscribe, and then you'll get a notification when we have a new episode out. So that is what I would ask you to do. And Holly found a verse. Holly, what is their verse?
It's this.
Oh, it's
I'm
the colored
reading
one.
the colored one.
Oh,
I
very
opened
nice.
it, and it is Proverbs 13:9. The life of the godly is full of light and joy, but the light of the wicked will be snuffed out.
Oh, I like it.
I know.
Nice. That was a
And
good
we're
one.
talking about like comparing ourselves to everybody
Yes.
and whatever.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Love it.
Look at your coloring. It's great. Good job.
I know. Coloring Bible is fun.
It is fun. I love it.
Well, remember all the work you do is holy, whether that's at home, at work, in your car, doing dishes, laundry, whatever it is.
Raising them toddlers.
Or raising teenagers and losing your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's all holy and it's fine.
And remember, we love you.
But Jesus loves you more.
Perfect.
Have a great week.
See ya.